You knew we were going here, so don't even get upset. We have to discuss what is essentially, I feel like, becoming a Rorschach test for the internet. Where do you guys land on the Banana Man debate? I must know, for those of you who are clued in. We will watch the clip that is over here on the screen, but to kind of boil it down really quickly and just give you a sense of what's about to happen. The hardcore punk act End It is in the midst of a tour right now, I believe. They went out to do a performance in Toronto, and a kerfuffle, a to-do came about as a result of a certain member of the crowd wearing apparently a banana suit. And it has sparked all kinds of debate in terms of what is and is not show etiquette, how bands or artists should interact with such behavior while on the stage. I am conditioned to take End It's side on this one. I think Banana Man was cool and hardcore punk fans are super cringe. But yeah, I feel like we almost just had a somewhat similar conversation in regards to that crazy MAGA guy who was there at the Circle Jerk show. But now we have somebody who is kind of garnering or drawing attention to himself for different reasons, not for political reasons, not in a super ultra aggressive way, but still drawing attention to himself all the same. And this is sort of what transpired as a result of Banana Man's actions and his decision to wear a banana costume to the show. Here we go. Let's check out the clip.
Or you want to do this now or later?
Banana guy.
Banana Man, come to the front.
What's going on, man?
Fuck you doing, my nigga? No.
You look really old to be a banana.
You don't get rewarded for doing that shit.
No. Not good.
He wanted the attention, and now he has it.
Now everyone here has to kill you.
Now, if you strip the banana, you get this lovely set list. I'm just saying, you was asking for attention, now you got it. Pack it in. I know, I still got a set to put in my phone. Fuck the IDF, free Palestine, fuck Israel, and fuck the police. Someone's called 21. That man was innocent, but you claim that innocent. He can go like that with no violence, right? Brutality, corruption, with no consequence.
Was that just a swan shirt? That looked like a public castration is a good idea shirt. Shout out to the guy in the swan shirt.
Looking at the way when your partner's breaking the law, manipulated, interrogated, find out what you saw. Welcome to the line, and out of the vital part, the memory of you. Here comes the white one. Yo, oh, you, side the fucking side. Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up.
Does that guy have a piece of the Banana Man in his hand, or was the Banana Man excommunicated, or was he stripped? Did I miss this? I sort of lost sight of the Banana Man. I should maybe discuss the Banana Man response, because the Banana Man has come out. There is a Banana Man response to all of this. Banana Man has spoken. I guess this guy is like, I don't know, a bit of a fixture, or people are aware of Banana Man. I guess he's like a bit of a thing or something. People have been trying to dim my sparkle my entire life. It sucks, but I'm used to it. I feel like you lose on the argument front of like, hey man, why are you getting pissed off about a guy in a banana costume? I feel like you lose ground on that front when you sort of opt not to open with, hey man, I'm just being silly. You know, I mean, you could argue, like, given the content of End It's lyrics, and the socio-political nature and the radical nature of some of the songs that they sing, maybe their show is not like the kind of show that you should, you know, wear a banana costume to. I feel like, unfortunately, a bit of nuance in this conversation that's been lost is hardcore punk and metalcore those scenes respectively have not like entirely been like completely serious, communities where like no goofiness or silliness is ever allowed. There have been joke and parody hardcore bands since the inception of the genre and deep into the 2000s. Like I vividly remember as a kid, bands like I Wrestled a Bear Once and Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza, Attila, and, many more groups that like didn't take themselves too seriously. Is wearing a banana costume maybe the vibe that you would want to go for at like, again, an End It show or an Idol show or at like, a Soul Glow show? Probably not. The issues that are addressed in those band songs are a little bit more, serious and urgent. Maybe not the time to sort of like be super duper silly. But like with that being said, we are talking about a community of music fans that like, often will just be doing like spin kicks and karate moves to celebrate their enjoyment of the music in front of them. To me, a Banana Man suit is not like the worst thing that you could show up wearing or, worst thing that you could get caught doing at one of these shows. But I feel like Banana Man is kind of almost missing out on the joke himself to be taking this whole thing so seriously, to be like, yeah, man, I'm not just being goofy. I'm not just being silly, Billy, clowny, so on and so forth. This is my sparkle, bro. I am the banana. Like this is truly me. When you see the banana, you're looking at the real me, guys. Like, people are dimming my sparkle by not wanting me to wear a banana costume. I feel like is, a little fucking much in terms of framing. I've surfed hundreds of people in this suit, all genders, all ages, safely. Again, I figured Banana Man was a bit of a thing, a bit of a fixture. All genders, all ages, like he said, especially a lot of first timers that felt safe to approach me for their first surf. And at Baltimore, 2 of your band members crossed the line, and I'm obligated to speak on it. Fuck the police while policing what people wear. Take off, hoser. I was an unwilling participant, attacked and clothing removed at the direction of a band I paid to see. What would you do? The message last night, he also says, conform or get called out. Exactly the opposite of what hardcore is supposed to be. Again, I feel like this has opened up a lot of like what hardcore is supposed to be discourse. And again, hardcore is such a diverse ideologically, community, because you have political bands like End It, you have straight edge bands, you have silly bands, you have all sorts of bands in the hardcore scene. I don't think you could sort of say like hardcore is supposed to be one single thing. I think like any show, any concert, just like in the hardcore space, you should probably read the room and sort of maybe make an assessment to how silly you could get away with being at a particular artist show. Like, again, there are certain bands in and out of hardcore that not only could you rock a banana suit, but people would fucking love the banana suit. Like, you could probably wear the banana suit to an Aquabat show. You would be the talk of the town, everybody's favorite guy at the Aquabat show. Would I wear the banana suit to like a Vitamin X show or a Hatebreed show? I don't know. I feel like you're going to catch some weird vibes at the Hatebreed show or the Earth Crisis show with the banana suit. Or, again, if Attack comes playing in your town and you really want to rock a banana suit to an Attack show, I feel like that should be completely fine. I feel like you wouldn't really catch a lot of flack among the audience for doing that. You should absolutely wear a banana suit to the Hatebreed show. They deserve it. Okay, leave Hatebreed alone. Leave Hatebreed alone. I've been adjacent to the scene for like 5 years almost, and honestly, I'm starting to feel like hardcore has very few legs to stand on at this point when it comes to moral righteousness. I mean, for sure, absolutely. Like, there are loads of artists and bands over the years who have been caught doing way worse things than some motherfucker wearing a banana suit at a show. To me, it's really like a read the room sort of thing. Are there spaces in live music and in the hardcore scene where nobody would bat an eye at this this behavior or think it's pretty funny because the vibes are like lighter and less serious and everybody's just there to have a good time. Yes, there are. I don't know if like End It would be the show though. However, and this is sort of like the other side to the coin, and this is, I think, like, you know, the moral compass bit of all of it, and, you know, the nuance bit of all of it. I don't think, even if, you know, Banana Man left that whole situation mostly unscathed, I don't think you as the front person on any stage should be directing the audience to be getting physical with anybody in any way, in a way that sort of like violates their boundaries, violates their personal space. If you guys recall, when we watched the whole Circle Jerks debacle and that MAGA guy, you know, Keith was arguing with the dude, but there was never a point where, you know, Keith directed, you know, the audience to be like, okay, take care of that guy, do this, do that. Or, you know, if you do this to this guy, I'll give you this set list and incentivize interacting with the guy. I mean, the dude clearly was having some negative interactions with the audience after that, but I think it's very much due to the fact that he kept arguing with Keith, clearly would not shut the fuck up still after the band started playing again, and the dude was clearly like souring everybody else's good time at the show. So he got ejected from the crowd because he was just pissing off everybody around him by acting obnoxious and acting a fool. That ejection didn't happen as a result of Keith directing it or telling anybody to do something to the guy. I feel like it's a little irresponsible for somebody, you know, even if nothing ultimately ended up happening that was all that bad to the Banana Guy. I don't feel like anybody should be going out of their way to put hands on Banana Guy or be ripping his clothes off, even if the clothes in question are just a banana suit. I wonder sort of like, you know, how bad optically this situation would have been if it were, you know, a girl, if it was a banana girl. Of course, like I feel like, you know, 99.9% of women would not be goofy in the head enough to want to wear a banana suit to a hardcore show. But like still, if the roles were reversed gender wise, I feel like this would look pretty bad in terms of like incentivizing the audience to violate the personal boundaries of a particular person to have something that they're wearing removed. And look, you know, if you don't like the Banana Man as somebody who is in a band, and you feel like the Banana Man's presence is disrespectful or, you know, insulting or just not the vibe for the crowd, like, you know, you could politely say like, look, man, I kind of don't want you up front. I kind of don't want you in the pit. Could you respectfully like remove the costume or just like go chill in the back or something? Like, you know, you're kind of making the show and you're kind of making the whole vibe about you by turning this into like costume hour or something. There are artists who, in much the same way, are like, hey, man, listen, I don't want flash photography at the show because the lights in my eyes and da-da-da-da-da are like, you know, keeping me from being able to do what I want to do. I want to be able to look at the crowd and kind of just be in the moment. I don't want to be distracted by all these cameras in my face, da-da-da-da-da. Just like I don't want to see a Banana Man jumping in front of the stage, like going nuts. You know, you can direct the Banana Man to sort of like get out of your gaze or whatever, but I don't think you should be telling the crowd to be like, hey, go after Banana Guy, strip the Banana Guy. I'm going to incentivize you with this set list if you do X or Y or Z to the Banana Guy. I feel like that's way too over the fucking line. The Banana Guy gets it. You know, it's like nobody needs to call any hits on the Banana Guy. You know, I feel like there are ways to handle this without directing the crowd to have sort of a very negative or even aggressive interaction with the Banana Guy, even if the Banana Guy is annoying, you know, because I feel like while being annoying can be very grating, and obviously it's not anything anybody wants to experience, it's not the greatest crime in the world. And it's not like he was like literally up on stage preventing anybody from doing what they were supposed to be doing physically. You know, he's just like a bit of an eyesore. Could have ended badly. You know, it's like and that's another thing, like Streisand effect. I feel like inadvertently, by getting pissed off at the Banana Guy, you are kind of giving the Banana Guy what he wants, because he does sort of like want attention, and just like directing people to go after Banana Guy and incentivizing that behavior with a set, I feel like is a bit much. You know, he's annoying, but like he doesn't deserve to get assaulted or have anything ripped off or get manhandled or even punched, hurt, whatever, for being Banana Guy. Again, annoying, but like not greatest crime in the world. If I went to Godspeed You Black Emperor show in a carrot costume or something, the band would probably look at me with pretty distasteful looks. No, it's true. And I feel like Banana Man did fuck up here in terms of like not reading the room. I don't know. I feel like I personally would think about a little bit, and maybe this is just because of like existing on the internet for so long, I would think a little bit in terms of like, if I was going to wear a banana costume, how people would read it in the context that I am wearing it, you know? So I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. That is essentially the Banana Man discourse right now. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't or that you can't wear a banana costume to a show, but if you're going to, you know, consider the show, consider the crowd that's going to be attracted to the particular bands that are at that show. You know, think about how it is going to be taken.